Scorpio, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to start here with the Celtic cross spread. So I'm going to pull your current energy. What is influencing you? What is it you need to focus on? Tell me about the past for Scorpio. Tell me about the strength for Scorpio. Near future. So Scorpio, what is going on here with your reading? So, okay. Let's find out what else you need to know about this relationship, or really, if this is all coming across as you in your own reading. Let's talk about your future outcome. Now keep in mind that energy, so what I'm doing here with these tarot readings is I'm reading the current energy, but there is always the potential to change the direction that your life is going in. There is free will, definitely choice. These are all things that can change the path that you're on. And I'm saying that because this is coming through as a reading that I'll get into the details in a minute, but you're really going through it right now. There is a lot of things that you're trying to work through in your life. I am seeing justice here at the bottom of the deck. So there is this movement towards balance, but it's also for some of you, you're dealing with something legal. And I've actually been getting that a lot for you. What I see in your current energy is the Ace of Swords in reverse. So this is the ending of some sort of communication, and really what that's done to you is put you in this like grief-stricken anxiety type of mental state where you're very kind of upset about things. What you're being encouraged to focus on here with the Knight of Wands in reverse is, so normally it would be a movement towards something. This would be you discovering your passions, things like that. But I'm getting the impression that you already do know what's right for you, what makes you happy, where your passions lie. So you're not focused on that at the moment. You're focused on something else. You're being encouraged to focus on something else. So I'll find out more when I clarify, because it feels like just focusing on what you're passionate about and what you like to do isn't going to be enough to get you out of this funk that you're in. What I'm seeing here in the past is that somebody ended this relationship with you. There is something here. This is coming through as a very strong ending to a relationship, but that's not everything. So I'm seeing the Six of Swords in reverse, which is coming through that you're not the one that ended it. It was somebody that ended it. Your strength here, and it has to do with this relationship. So this relationship that you were in was very committed. There was a lot of love. There was a lot of stability at one point. You really did think that this was going to be your happy ending here with the Star card. But this person walked away from it. This person literally moved away from this relationship and ended things with you. And it really caused you into this negative headspace. And your strength is in finally realizing that this relationship did not bring you what you wanted. That there was things here within the relationship that it's almost like you were ignoring the red flags. You saw them, you noticed them for sure, you acknowledged them, and then you kind of moved past them. So here what I'm seeing is really just this more of the same energy. This Five of Pentacles here in the upright does talk about being left out in the cold, being abandoned. So you're still going to be in this energy for a little while. I'm going to do some clarifying to see what else I can find out about it. Very much in your head about it. You have kind of restricted yourself from a lot of things in your life, and it's really to kind of process this. That's why you're not being encouraged. Okay, this is making a lot more sense now. So this Knight of Wands in reverse, what you needed to focus on. Normally when people are upset and grief-stricken, they start moving towards things that make them happy. But what that does is it doesn't allow you to process the feelings of being abandoned, of being left behind. And so what you're really doing right now is you're kind of in this self-imposed prison of the mind where you're really trying to just process it all. You're not in the energy of being ready to move on just yet. You're really trying to come to terms with everything that's happening in your life to see what it is that you need to do to move on. Now, I am getting the Lovers here in reverse, which does, again, indicate to me that this was a relationship that ended. Ace of Wands in the reverse here. Again, this is in your hopes or fears. This is, again, this more of the same energy here, where this is the passion that ended. This is something that stopped. It just stopped. I'm getting that with the Ace of Swords in reverse, and I'm getting it here with the Ace of Wands in reverse. So I'm getting a lot about this relationship ending. What's very interesting to me is that, and this is actually coming across as you. Okay, so I've got the Hierophant here sitting in your potential outcome. And normally this indicates traditional values of marriage and things along those lines. But what it's really telling me is that back here, where you realize you're finally looking back and you're identifying all the red flags and you're seeing them for what they really are, is allowing you to come to some sort of new way of thinking about things, a new belief pattern, a new value set, so that when you go into your next relationship or you start looking for that next person, you kind of have an idea as to what it is that you want. But it also, it's almost like you're going to start seeing those red flags where they are. So I'm going to go ahead and do some clarifying here, starting with this Ace of Swords in reverse. Why is this here for Scorpio? So Queen of Cups in reverse, which tells me that this was a love relationship that ended. That's not a surprise. That's actually been coming through. So tell me about the Nine of Swords here. Yeah, so with the Seven of Pentacles, this was something that you wanted to grow. There was a period of time, so this is coming across as a very serious relationship, if not a marriage, that ended. So this was a serious relationship. You wanted it to go somewhere. It was on a path to go somewhere, and now it's over, and you're kind of left picking up the pieces and figuring out which direction you need to go in and how you're going to get there. And it's kind of, you're just in this energy of processing. So tell me about the Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so Two of Swords here, what you need to focus on is kind of two different thought processes, really. It's you figuring out the path that you need to be on, considering everything that you've been through and everything that you want. So that's you sitting in a period of indecision, and you're being focused to look at that indecision, look at what brought you to now and think it through. Yeah, this Six of Swords in reverse is being clarified with the Six of Pentacles. And what's really interesting is there's the scales of justice. So I normally see this as some sort of generosity card where there's kind of an equal give and take, but there actually isn't an equal give and take in this situation. So you've got the Three of Pentacles on this one side, but then you have the other Three of Pentacles kind of spread out over here. So there wasn't an equal give and take here. So whether, and it looks like this person moved away, it wasn't necessarily you, but take it as it resonates. There was one party that was putting more into the relationship than the other party. So tell me about the Star in reverse. So we got the Knight of Wands in reverse. I think I see him out here. Yeah, Knight of Wands is out here in reverse twice now. So there is this person, you at one point thought that there was a lot of passion. This was because there was a lot of passion, because there was a lot of just, I wouldn't say you were on the same page. In a way you were, but it's almost like you were complements to each other. Your activities and interests didn't exactly align, but they kind of complemented each other. And so you kind of were able to take that and draw from it and kind of move forward from it. But now you're realizing that that isn't exactly what you want. And you're being encouraged up here to think through exactly what you want, because there is this indecision when it comes to this. And down here, you know that that's not really what you're looking for. You want somebody who's on the same page completely with you. So tell me about this Five of Pentacles here. So Knight of Swords in reverse. Again, this is more about a stalled communication. This is about somebody actually moving away from you and not moving towards you. So it's, again, more of the same, really, of just being left out in the cold. So tell me about this Ace of Swords for Scorpio. Ace of Cups. So again, it's this relationship. It's whatever was happening here within the relationship. You're kind of going all the way back to the beginning to understand exactly where things went wrong. That's coming through very strongly, that you've literally gone back to day one to see what wasn't that you identified, what did you dismiss, so that you can learn from it. Tell me about the Lovers in reverse. The Moon here. So there was some sort of illusion, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it to actually show up on camera decently without all the glare. So with the Moon card here, it's almost like you created the illusion, because you were kind of dismissing some of those red flags that you may have seen. You may have just have quickly dismissed them without even recognizing them. But there was some sort of illusion here that this person, because you didn't exactly align on things, and not that every interest needs to align, but there were some pretty major ones that you weren't on the same page about, but you convinced yourself that that was okay, that this person could still be your wishes fulfilled, but they weren't. And they were never going to be that for you. So we have the Ace of Wands here in reverse with the Judgment card, which does, again, this is coming about like a final ending, like a decision has been made and this is over. So let me find out about this Hierophant, because I do see you different. I see you coming through on the other side of this, and I know that sounds really kind of strange, but I'm seeing it and I'm feeling it. It's actually coming through pretty clearly. Yeah. Oh. Yes, here. Okay, so on the other side of this Hierophant, which is about you kind of realizing and like kind of setting a new belief pattern for yourself, there is going to be a lot about making sure here with the King of Wands, not the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands. This is leveling up. This is you looking for and only accepting the person that is on the same page as you, the relationship that it mirrors what you want out of a person. And here with the Emperor card, this is kind of you coming across as very strong. So when it comes to whatever relationship you begin next, this is not something where you're going to make a lot of compromises on what you want or how you see things. It's going to be, you know what? There's some lessons from my past. I've learned them, and now I'm going to incorporate them. And if you start seeing the same type of behavior, you're not going to continue the relationship. You're going to learn, you're going to start recognizing things pretty early on. And very interesting is the King of Cups. So with the King of Cups, the Emperor, the King of Wands, and the Hierophant, they're all very, very strong energies, and this is all leveling up. Like this is, I'm seeing you level up in a really big way. You're just raising your vibration, and when you do that, you call in a higher vibration person. So like I said, you've got these Knight of Wands over here, but you've got the King of Wands over here, and the King of Wands is way more mature than these two Knights, which means the King of Wands, when you're in that energy, when you finally get here on the other side of it, you're going to start bringing in that same type of energy. So I'm going to go ahead and pull any messages from the universe. And the card that came out was Wonders. So I'm going to go ahead and read that one. Just around the corner, exciting possibilities are waiting for you. Wonders will be abounding in your life. Sometimes they won't be apparent at first. Nevertheless, they are there. The more you see them and embrace them, the more these possibilities will grow in magnitude. Celebrate and cherish even the smaller ones, no matter how tiny they may seem. Let go of expectations. Don't limit the way you think that wondrous events could appear in your life. Be open. If you believe, anything and everything is possible. So, Scorpio, that is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.